Sadly, I don't think I'm going to make it up to the land tonight. But first thing in the morning, I will be there. So we got to get things ready for that, packed up and ready to go. And you know, it's not that far away from here, but the more that I've already got ready to go, the quicker I can get out here in the morning, the earlier I'm there. The more time to ride and do work. So the first thing I got to do is, let's see here if I can show you. Yep. I got to take the truck liner out of the trailer. And I don't got to, but I think I would like it better being out of there now that I'm going to start using this to haul the bike, the ATV with. So I'm going to get that happening.
Suzuki actually sold the first four-wheeler in 1982 called the Quad Runner LT125. 3 years later, Suzuki offered the first high-performance four-wheeler, the LT250R Quad Racer, which featured a liquid-cooled two-stroke and a 5-speed manual transmission. Polaris welcomed the Trail Boss into the family in 1985, which is considered to be the first American-made all-terrain vehicle. The thing about the Polaris Sportsman, which is the model that I have, is that its re-engineered design is what really set the four-wheeler market on fire. Probably the biggest design change that won the hearts of four-wheeler enthusiasts was the move from the straight axles to full independent suspension. Now all four-wheeler makers are pushing their designs to the next level with every iteration. There is a huge market for four-wheelers now, and every manufacturer is vying for those dollars.
Well, it's the next morning, just got it loaded up. I think it's time to go. Alright, I'm here. I think it was fine until I turned the corner and come down this road. Started getting sprinkles on the windows of the truck, which means it could possibly rain on me. But a little bit of rain never hurt anybody, right? I'm gonna get unloaded. I'm gonna take the trailer off the truck. I'm gonna back the truck up in there so I can unload some of the materials I brought up, get them stowed away, and we'll see what happens from there.
There are two manufacturers that I believe are in competition for the top spot, and they would be Polaris and Can-Am. However, admittedly, all the other manufacturers are nipping at their heels close behind. So the way I figure it, there's not really a best. They all have extreme quality control in their manufacturing process, competitive pricing, and so on. So in the end, I think it's just up to the buyer. Whatever they prefer is what's good for them. Because if you really think about it, they all have their design flaws as well as their design achievements. They all break down from time to time, so it's hard to honestly name one brand better than the other. With that said, I chose Polaris. But who knows? Someday I may own a Can-Am too.
So I think what's going to happen today is I'm going to get these 2x4s and some of this house wrap back there, get that stowed away like I said earlier. Then I'm going to start maybe scouting this area and figure out a way to get the ATV back there and maybe work some trails to where I can ride it back, and then rather than, you know, doing a 3-point turnaround kind of a thing. Have a trail that just comes back to it, and that's going to be something I'm going to have to probably cut a lot of trees for. And I'm going to try to avoid some of the older trees and just get some of the smaller ones that are just starting. So it might be a little zigzaggy around there. I probably won't get much of that cutting done today, unless I can do it with a bow saw, because I haven't got the piece for the chainsaw yet that I need. The chainsaw could still run and cut trees, but there's no brake. And that's kind of a dangerous thing. So I'm just going to take these back, get them stowed away, and then we'll get on with looking for trails. Making trails, whatever you want to call it. It's really trying to rain, which will make for an interesting day. Looks like I'm going to have to build a gate. Alright, here's the tools we're going to use today. First off, of course, we got the helmet set up with the GoPro and a microphone, so I'll be able to commentary as I'm going. The idea is to kind of make trail. I don't know how far we'll actually get on that endeavor today, but we'll get started, kind of know where we're at. I also have the contour hanging out here. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with it. I've got an axe. Make sure I got an axe, a bow saw, and the reciprocating saw with 2 battery packs. Tape measure just in case I need to know how wide something needs to be. And then I have a pickaxe and shovel down at the other end. And I probably won't need those until I get down to the other end. But if I do, I can just walk down and get them. Simple as that. So let's get this show on the road. Okay, here goes. I'm gonna stick it in low to go through this hole. We'll see what happens. And then down the hill, which we want to do carefully until we get used to how it's how steep it is and stuff. That worked out pretty good. All right, I think we're going to run this in high now, but first I need to go shut off that one camera. We'll just stow it back here for now for safekeeping. Hopefully it won't get jostled around too badly. Kind of keep it cushioned in there. All right, let's ride back and see what we got. I think we can run it in high now. 2-wheel drive and high, because there's not much to this particular trail until we get further up there. But this will make getting a bunch of stuff back there a lot easier, that is for darn sure. There's going to still be some things that got to be carried by hand, unless I figure out a way to carry long 2x4s and stuff like that. much quicker trip doing it this way. But up here is where we're going to start having to clearing some stuff. And what I mean by that is when I get around this corner right here. Now we could fit between these trees, but to do so, I'll see if I can show you with the GoPro on the helmet. My foot's kicking right there. Oh, that's rotted away. That's nice. I don't even have to worry about that then. So just that piece needs to kind of come out. We get these out of the way. So let's see what it takes to get this out of the way. If we can do it quickly or if we're going to have to shut things down and work at it. Let's see. Let me put this brake on just for safety's sake. Safety Sally. Let's see how close we can get to this one. Probably just make it a smooth transition. Yeah, that's not too bad. Let's see if we can get some of it down here too as well. That ought to work. So the main thing we got to be careful about through here is not straying too far off and landing on that. All right. Let's get stuff back in here the way it should be. Alright, let's go through here now. Alright, there we go. Now that we're up here, this is where we're going to want to kind of go around. However, I just don't think without a table saw I'll be able to. Table saw, I mean a chainsaw. Because we could kind of go up that way and then veer around. Gotta do a lot of clearing right here. Well, let's see what that's going to take. We'll see about clearing that out. It's going to be a little bit of work, so we're just going to shut the rig down and do it to it.